a headlight shining in a darker night. You're the hope that's given me brand new life. You are all I'll ever need. Come on. Though my heart ran fire, you were always there, like a headlight guiding my every step. You're the hope that's leading me back again. You are all I'll ever need. Your endless light is in this place. Every shadow hides as we lift your praise. 'Cause salvation's light is here to stay, forever lighting up the way. Yeah. Now we walk by faith and not by sight, with our hope secure in your endless light. There is no more fear and no need to hide. You are all I'll ever need. We say your endless light is in this place. Every shadow hides as we lift your praise. 'Cause salvation's light is here to stay, forever lighting up the way. Yeah. Let me see your hands in the air. We lift our eyes towards the light that drove the night away. No shame can hide beneath the light. Your tramp was in and grave. We lift our eyes towards the light that drove the night away. No shame can hide beneath your light. Your tramp was in and grave. Your endless light is in this place. Every shadow hides as we lift your praise. 'Cause salvation's light is here to stay, forever lighting up the way. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to GraceKids Online. I'm Pastor Nina, and this is Pastor Chris. We're so excited about this Sunday.
Yep, today might get a little bit spicy, it might get a little bit hot, so turn up your AC and watch the rest of this episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be so great, but before we get started, let's go over our core values. There's two things that we like to do here at GraceKids always. What's the first thing, Pastor Chris?
The first thing is that we love God.
That's right, the Bible says to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your mind, and that's the first and greatest commandment.
That's right, and the second one is just like it, because the Bible says to love your neighbor as yourself. So the second thing that we do is love others.
That's right, we always love God and we always love others. Let's count them down, Pastor Chris. I think they're ready.
I think they are. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome to the Heated Up Challenge. Today, I'm gonna be asked a series of trivia questions, and if I get them wrong, I have to eat something spicy. And we have these flamin' hot chips and this habanero pepper sauce that I have to put on the chips. So I'm a little scared. I've also got my milk right here that I'm gonna drink whenever my mouth gets too hot because I know that it's gonna happen. So let me open up this salsa and then we'll get the trivia commenced. Here we go. I'm about to smell this stuff. That smells hot. I'm scared. Whew. All right. I guess I'm ready.
Okay, question 1. Name the largest freshwater lake in the world.
Oh, in the world. I feel like it's one of the Great Lakes. Let's say Lake Erie. The first question, I have to eat a chip. Okay, let's see. Let's get one of these. This thing looks hot by itself. All right, put some sauce on it. Should I start small? How many drops? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Y'all, that burns my throat. Oh. All right, next question. Let's go. I'm not drinking the milk yet. I'm gonna hold up, maybe. We'll see.
What's another word for lexicon?
Lexicon? That's Greek. It's like a word study. It's like a word study. It's a thesaurus. What's my final answer? I don't know. I'm not confident. What's a dictionary? Is that right? Final answer. Oh yes. Okay. I was not sure about that one. Wow. Okay. Next question.
What is the 6th planet from the sun?
All right. You've got Mercury, and then it's Venus, and then Earth. Oh man, 6th. I haven't talked about planets in like years. I'm gonna say Saturn. Yes! Awesome. Another chip I don't have to eat. All right, here we go.
What is the capital city of Spain?
Oh. I do not know any cities in Spain. So I'm just gonna guess Spainland. All right, I deserve that one. I should know that. Spainland is definitely not a city. I just had no clue what to say. All right, I'm gonna do 5 drops this time. Whoever came up with this game, this is very cruel. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Dude, pepper seed on that one. Ooh. All right. Feels great. Oh. When you breathe in after you swallow, that's when it's worst. Okay. Next question. Oh man. Whew.
Which chess piece can only move diagonally?
Oh, the bishop. All right. Whew. There we go. Got another one right. Wow.
Last question.
Last one. All right, here we go. This hot sauce is burning the inside of my stomach line.
When was William Shakespeare born?
Oh man. 1406.
The answer is expected to be year, month, and date.
January 27th, 1406. What is it? Tell me.
April 23rd, 1554.
That's not even close. Why you tease me like that? Okay. I thought I randomly guessed Shakespeare's birthday there for a second. I think on this next one, smoke's gonna come out of my ears, guys. Here we go. All right, let's get a chip. New 10 this time. Gotta keep taking it up. I don't know why I'm doing this. Here we go. This thing's loaded with sauce. Woo! All right. All right, I'm gonna take the milk now. Gosh. Oh, you guys, this was the heated up challenge. Thanks for watching. Hey Grace Kids, today we're going to be looking at our Bible story found in Daniel's chapter 1 through 3. So our story starts off in Daniel chapter 1 with this guy named Daniel and his 3 friends. Now the king had commanded the whole army to only eat meat and wine for a little bit of time. And he told them that they would do this because it would make them strong. But what you need to know about this food is the king had offered it to idols, which were fake gods. And Daniel, believing in the one true God, and his friends, they went to the king and they said, "We can't eat this food. We can't eat this food that's been offered to idols. Our God says that we only should worship him." And so they said, "We're going to eat only vegetables and only water for the next 10 days. And at the end of the 10 days, if we're not stronger than your army, we will give in and eat the king's food." And so 10 days go by, and at the end of the 10 days, Daniel and his friends come back and they compare themselves to this army who had been eating the king's meat and the king's wine, which had been offered to these idols. And Daniel's men were healthier, they were stronger, and they were smarter than the king's army because they listened to God. And so we fast forward a little bit in our story to Daniel chapter 3, where we find King Nebuchadnezzar, and he had built this giant statue, and he commanded everybody to bow down and worship it. And he said, anybody who does not worship this statue will be thrown into a fiery furnace. This is scary, right? People are being told they have to bow down to the king's statue. Otherwise, they're going to die and be burnt alive. So these 3 friends that were with Daniel, their names are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They are standing in front of this statue, surrounded by every single person. And when the king blows his trumpet, everybody bows down to worship this statue. Except for these 3, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They're standing, and everybody else around them has bowed down to this statue. And as the king's men are looking out, they see these 3 men not bowing down to the king's statue. So the king's men, they go and they grab Shadrach, they grab Meshach, and they grab Abednego, and they tie them up with ropes so their arms are tied up. And they take them to the king's furnace. And King Nebuchadnezzar is so mad that he says, "Turn the furnace up 7 times hotter than it normally is." And so they turn the furnace up so it's really hot. And they take Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and they throw them into the furnace. Now this furnace is so hot that the guys who threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the furnace, they died because it was too hot for them to handle. But here are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace. Now you might think that because it's so hot that they die. But in fact, they don't. It says that King Nebuchadnezzar looked into the fire and he didn't just see 3 men, but he saw 4 men unbound walking around. See, God was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the midst of the fire. And because they were true and obedient to him, not only were they not burned in the fire, they were untied and they were walking around with Jesus. See, we can learn from this story today in both of these things that we should be obedient to God. That even when it's tough, even when everybody else is doing something different, even when people tell us that we shouldn't be true and worship God, that we should worship other things, that we should be true to God, because when we are faithful and when we're obedient to him, he is with us and he is for us.
All right, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego,
And Daniel.
and Daniel. It's time to eat. We have all of the king's finest delicacies here, wine and meat, all for you. So take all as you wish.
Okay, hold on one second. Hey guys, we're not gonna do the meat wine thing, right? Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. Okay, no, we'll have 4 vegetable plates and 4 glasses of water.
What?
4 vegetable plates and 4 glasses of water.
Are you sure? That sounds really gross. We have meat and wine, and it's delicious. It's all been dedicated to idols.
Oh,
and
nope, yep, that's exactly, we're avoiding that. We are doing the vegetable and water diet only. We don't want the idol food.
Are you sure? It's much better. Trust me, you're gonna be way healthier. It's gonna taste so good.
I'll tell you what, test us for 10 days. Give us vegetables and water and then see what we look like compared to the other men that eat the meat dedicated to idols.
Okay.
10 days.
Sounds like you're gonna lose that bet, but you're on. I'll see you bozos in a week and a half.
All right.
Suckers.
Oh man, I can't wait to dip my celery in water. Make it wet celery. 10 days later. And then sometimes I pour water on the lettuce and I act like it's clear dressing. Oh yeah, I'll do that too.
All right, so it's been 10 days now, and I've brought one of my king's finest men here. His name is Steve. Say hello, Steve. Hi, Steve. He's a bit of a jokester. Anyway, Steve has only been eating and drinking wine and meat for 10 days.
How you feeling, Steve?
Well, I feel real healthy. I feel better than ever.
Can you do jumping jacks like this?
No, but I can do this. Does that look healthy?
Oh, that does not look normal.
Okay, how about this? Does this look healthy?
No.
I'm fine.
So, based on this test, are we free to keep eating what God told us to eat?
All right. You all are free to eat as you choose.
All right! We stood up for our beliefs! Woo! You know, courage is sometimes unpopular. Would you still stand up for what you believe in when you're tempted by the world to do something else?
What's up guys, I'm Quizman and this is Skippy, and today we are gonna take another pop quiz. Bye Skippy. Alright, question 1. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were always their names. True or false? If you said false, you are correct. Their original names were Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Because in the Bible, names had a lot of meaning and significance, and so God gave them new names because they wanted to have a new purpose. So, question 2. How tall was King Nebuchadnezzar's statue? Was it A, 90 feet tall? Was it B, 400 feet tall? Was it C, 63 feet tall? Or was it D, 999 feet tall? If you said A, it is correct. King Nebuchadnezzar's statue was 60 cubits high, which is about 90 feet. Question 3. What was the last statue that I personally saw? Was it A, the Statue of Liberty? Was it B, Abraham Lincoln in Washington, D.C.? Or was it C, Ronald McDonald at my local McDonald's? It was C, Ronald McDonald. Thank you for watching Pop Quizman. I am Quizman. See y'all. Now it's time for this week's memory verse. Our memory verse is 2 Timothy 1:7. Repeat it with me. For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power, love, and self-control. When we look at this verse, we know that fear doesn't come from God. Just like in our story, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they weren't afraid to not bow down to the statue because they knew that fear isn't from God. And so they were obedient to God and they worshiped only Him. So when we face things that are scary, we can know that fear isn't from God and that only love, power, and self-control is from God. Let's say it one more time together. For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control.
Hey, Pastor Nina.
Hey, Zip.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
So, I was listening to the Bible story today, and there was these guys, they like only ate vegetables and water for 10 days.
Right.
Why'd they do that? Vegetables are the worst, and when my mom makes me eat them, I'm like, bleh!
Zip. Okay, I know vegetables might seem like they're gross, and maybe they don't taste the same as pizza or things like that, but vegetables are actually really good for you.
Wait, but they ate it just because it was good for them?
No, they didn't just eat it because it was good for them. They ate it because their other option was eating meat and wine that was offered to idols.
What's an idol?
An idol is like a giant statue honoring a false god, and Daniel and his friends didn't want to do that, so they decided to eat only vegetables.
Wait, so you're saying that if I eat pizza or a burger, it's something with meat on it, that I'm worshiping an idol?
No. In the story, that's just what happened. You're okay to eat those things as long as your parents say it's okay.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna ask my mom if I can have pizza tonight. Wait, but I have one more question for you, Pastor Nina. Okay, so in the second part of the story, there's these guys, they got thrown into fire. How come they didn't burn up?
So they got thrown into the fire because, same thing, King Nebuchadnezzar had ordered a decree that they had to worship a false idol, and they didn't want to do that, right? And so they wanted to honor God. In fact, they said, our God will protect us, and even if He doesn't, it's okay. And so they got thrown into the furnace, but God protected them, right? You remember the story. They got thrown in, but they weren't hurt.
Oh yeah. You know what? Last week, my mom threw me into a fiery furnace.
She did what?
She said, Zip, go take the trash out. And you know what? We live in Texas and it was like 400 degrees outside and I got a sunburn.
Zip. Okay, throwing the trash out in the summer isn't the same as getting thrown into a furnace. You know that, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a little different.
Yeah, well, thanks for answering my questions. This story was really, really cool. You know, I'm gonna go call my cousin Rip and tell him about it. Rip!
It's just what you do and who you are. Yeah. You are my champion. Giants fall when you stand undefeated. Every battle you've won. I am who you say I am. And you crown me with confidence. I am seated in the heavenly place, undefeated, with the one who has conquered it all. I've tried so hard to see it. Took me so long to believe it, that you choose someone like me to carry your victory. Perfection could never earn it. You give what we don't deserve it. You take the broken things and raise them to glory. You are my champion. Giants fall when you stand undefeated. Every battle you won. I am who you say I am. time, yeah. We have authority, yeah. Say, when I lift my voice and shout, every wall comes crashing down. I have the authority Jesus has given me. When I open up my mouth, miracles start breaking down. I have the authority Jesus has given me. When I lift my voice and shout, every wall it comes crashing down. I have the authority Jesus has given me. When I open up my mouth, miracles start breaking down. I have the authority Jesus has given me. Come on, say, you are my champion. Giants falling, you stand undefeated. Every battle you've won, I am who you say I am. You crown me with confidence. I am seated in the heavenly place, undefeated with the one who has conquered it all. We are not victims, but we walk in victory. We're victors. He's given it to us. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, when I lift my voice and shout, sing it out. When I lift my voice and shout, every wall comes crashing down. I have the authority Jesus has given me. When I open up my mouth, miracles start breaking down. I have the, yeah, Jesus has lift your hand and say, when I lift my voice and shout, every wall comes crashing down. I have the authority Jesus has given me. When I open up my mouth, miracles start breaking down. I have the authority Jesus has given me. You are my champion. Giants fall when you stand undefeated. Every battle you've won, I am who you say I am. You crown me with confidence. I am seated in the heavenly place, undefeated